today on 15 on 15.
Aruba's ties with the United States is set to be strengthened with both nations' sustainability vision. Plus, we will reveal to you exactly how much exercise you need to do in a week in order to see weight loss results. And the president of Carbon War Room says the U.S. and Aruba can learn a lot by working with one another on renewable energy. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. The Clinton Climate Foundation on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. sets out to support island communities who have the political willpower to transition from diesel fuel to renewable and affordable energy. Aruba's ties with the United States are about to be strengthened due to the common goal of sustainability. Political representatives in Washington, D.C., who are part of the bill for climate change, is aware of Aruba's progress towards renewable energy.
I think Prime Minister Amin and his government have proven one thing, that they are committed politically to making this transition to renewable energy. And there's a whole strategy behind that to be able to make a sustainable Aruba and indeed have leadership throughout the Caribbean, and I really think throughout the world, to show how you go from a fossil fuel dependency to a renewable energy that's affordable, reliable, and not only helps in the energy field, but helps bring sustainability throughout the society so that there's a real building of a resilient community within Aruba.
The efforts Aruba is putting in regards to a green island is worthy for Capitol Hill to monitor. Other parts of the Caribbean, as well as the world, should take note and follow suit.
And I think that lesson is very important for all of the world to know. So there's an intrinsic support to the people of Aruba directly, and then there's a lesson to the larger leadership of the world that this not only should be done, but it can be done both for cheaper and cleaner energy and to avoid the catastrophes of climate change.
Global warming is a dire situation where the Caribbean region is most susceptible. The Clinton Climate Change Foundation is striving towards solutions, however, require partnerships within the Caribbean to succeed.
Climate change is a danger to the globe, but it's an existential challenge to the vulnerable islands. And so President Clinton and Secretary Clinton have long been concerned about trying to do their best to help do something about the climate challenge and to make sure that islands are our allies in that effort. And we're working together on that.
In other local news, men and women who are interested in joining the police force got a glimpse of what this career role entails. Take a look. The annual open day for police took place over the weekend on Batico Day. Anyone on the island who is interested in seeing what being a police officer is all about got a preview. Various demonstrations as well as presentations from the force were organized for this particular day. The event took place at the Police Academy in Vativos. They had a great turnout of adults as well as children. Many turned the open day into a great family outing. In 2012, a process started up where made in Aruba seals would be introduced on the island. 52 artists have been given the authority to place the label on their products. There's made in China, and now these are made in Aruba. The products who gets this stamp of approval must be of high quality and must meet certain standards. Artists have to go through a process at the Department of Culture prior to attaining the product labels. If everything goes according to plan, by mid-year 2015, a store will be opened called Cosecha, Aruba Crafts, Design, and Heritage Corner. The shop will be located at Zoutmanstraat 1. The concept will be a souvenir shop selling only products with the seal of Aruba. A commission is working on marketing these products to the tourists, for instance, at the cruise terminal. Furthermore, there are plans for a venue to open up in St. Nicholas where tourists can make their own authentic Aruban souvenir. Additionally, on February 24th, artists have a chance to be approved by the Department of Culture to attain the Made in Aruba seals. You may call the department for more information. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Introducing a coffee that helps you to go to sleep after the break. Thanks for sticking around during the commercial break. You are watching 15 on 15. Exactly how much should you exercise to lose weight? I'm about to break down that answer for you in the amount of days and hours in a week. Experts say the amount of time you work out every week can unlock a key to weight loss success that is about more than just caloric burn. To see results, you have to work out 6 days a week, ideally 50 to 60 minutes at a time. But while hours of exercise a week will surely help you create a calorie deficit, that is not the only reason why you should find time for a workout almost every day. Working out 6 days a week is part of setting up habits and rituals. When your workout becomes just another part of your day, you are more likely to do it without a second thought. If the idea of almost daily hour-long workouts sound exhausting, experts say if you get into it, it won't feel like that. Someone who has the habit of training 6 days a week, even if they miss a couple, is going to be more consistent than someone who only trains 3 days a week. A habitual workout routine will produce real weight loss results. Single ladies, listen up. There is now a dating world where you have full control. A dating app has been created where women hold the power. Anti-Date is an app where women can see all the guys who are online nearby, but guys can't see the girls until they hit on the guy first via tap or chat messaging. That means women have fewer gross messages in their inboxes, and guys don't have to waste their time on women who simply aren't interested. The app is purposely designed so people aren't engaged in long-winded conversations. Messages are deleted after 24 hours. Women definitely take the lead here at the start because there is no way the guys can actually see their profiles until the women have made themselves visible. This, of course, means that there is the risk of rejection, but so far, 80% of women who initiate a conversation get a reply, and a conversation ensures. We are finding that guys are just as involved in driving the conversation once initiated. The Anti-Date app launched around Christmas and has around 700 users, all mostly in London, but they plan on expanding to more countries. Now, moving forward, are you one of those people who love coffee all day long and even at night, but can't sleep after indulging in 1 cup? Well, then this new coffee is for you. Introducing Counting Sheep Coffee. There is a new kind of drink made from decaf coffee and a natural sedative called valerian root that is specifically designed for you to drink at night to help you sleep. The product is appropriately named Counting Sheep Coffee. It comes in 2 varieties, Lights Out, which contains 235 milligrams of valerian root per 2 tablespoons or brewed cup, and 40 Winks, aka Bedtime Blend, which contains 176 milligrams of valerian root per brewed cup. So, drinking coffee after dark is possible. Now, the scent of the coffee, though, is said to be unpleasant, as it brews a strange tobacco-like scent emanates. They say it is the volatile oils in the root that is causing the polarizing stench. But to the coffee's credit, people who have tested it says they sleep amazingly well after drinking it. A coffee that makes you go to sleep. Who would have thought? Let's take a very quick break. Here's what's coming up next for you. Details on the Prime Minister's trip to the Caribbean Energy Security Summit next. When it comes to sustainability, Aruba and USA can reap benefits from working together. Exchanging knowledge as well as power can further drive both nations into being greener. Jose Maria Figueres, the president of Carbon War Room, says for Vice President of the United States Joe Biden to acknowledge Aruba's accomplishments in sustainability is a milestone in and of itself. At the Caribbean Energy and Security Summit, representatives saw Aruba as a real power player in this development.
What I was particularly pleased with was to hear the Vice President Biden talk of Aruba's leadership under Prime Minister Eman in shifting towards renewables and moving to a low-carbon economy. That is a future, and I'm glad to see that other countries that attended this summit were actively talking to Prime Minister Eman in terms of learning a lot more about the experience and seeing how they could cooperate and learn from each other.
This common goal the Caribbean and USA have towards sustainability is ultimately helping to strengthen ties between the two nations.
This is an opportunity to reset the relationship between the United States and the Caribbean, and it's also an opportunity for the Caribbean to reset its own economic growth based on energy that is cheaper, safer, renewable, and of which they have in abundance. So it does make a tremendous amount of sense for the U.S. to be supportive of these initiatives, which, however, have to be homegrown and have to come out of the region as a necessity, as their plans that we can then fully support.
Figueres reiterates how far along Aruba is when it comes to renewable energy.
So Aruba has done much more than any other country in the Caribbean in terms of moving in this direction. Your project of wind, which you already have, the second project of wind that is coming on base, the waste to energy plant that was inaugurated last October, the 3.5 megas of solar that you have coming up over the airport parking lot, and what you're planning to do now with decentralized generation across more than 40 government buildings, including a lot of schools and high schools, is absolutely state-of-the-art. That's why there's a tremendous amount of interest in other islands with respect to learning a lot more about what you're doing in the hope that they can do something similar.
Aruba is set to be even further with a sustainability vision, seeing as the Carbon War Room and the island have concrete plans.
We'll continue to work together through 2015. We're ramping up operations. We want to deliver at least 6 megas of solar on rooftops across the island. We think that there's a tremendous potential for at least doing the first stages during this year and then moving on forward.
15 on 15 airs weeknights at 7:15 p.m. Join us for local updates and the latest in lifestyle topics. We'll see you then.